Hello, let's take a look at some cloud storage choices. Proton. So all I did was do a search, but I'm familiar with several of these, so I figured I'd tell you about them. So we're going to take a look at Proton. Proton is probably the top most valued secure storage that's out there. So when you type in cloud storage, it's a place to just put your stuff. And again, you want access from anywhere. So these types of storage, like Proton, and most of you have heard of Dropbox, basically have an app that ties into your phone. It doesn't matter if it's an iPhone or an Android, and it also ties into your computer. And then you can do the same thing that I am doing here with iCloud and OneDrive, that this is right here on my computer. And basically, it appears on the side here because I've gone in and installed the applications that allow me to do that. And I authenticate into it. And yeah, every so often, this app, when I start up, will come up and say, you need to authenticate so I can get to those files again. iCloud, of course, you're authenticating to that all the time because you're tied to devices that use that. They're verified. Those devices are verified. So this is the same thing, except a lot of these do not provide any kind of, oh, I'm on a calendar or I want email. Proton does. It's got Proton Mail and other stuff. But Dropbox does not. Dropbox is just storage. So basically the idea here is how good is it, especially when it comes to encryption. And so Proton is one of the best and one of the ones that I wanted to show you first. If you're looking at, I want to take a set of files and I want that set of files to be on every device I use. And I don't want to be tied to Google. I don't want to be tied to Apple. I don't trust them. I don't want to be tied to Microsoft. I don't trust them. And it's fair. A lot of those places are, starting to push your stuff through AI. So you want to use something like this. So here's Proton Drive. And here we are. You can use it free, and it's going to give you very little. I don't know what, probably like 10 gigs or 100 gigs. And that's something not very big. Let's actually see if it'll tell us. Built-in encryption, email, calendar, password manager. It's got all that. So that's nice to know. But I don't see how much they're giving me. Of course, I can ask AI, which does really good. So we'll ask them in a minute. But here they're telling you, look, for 12 months, we'll give you 200 gigs, and it's only $2 a month, at least for the first year, right? This is going to be for the first 12 months, and then it goes up to $5 a month. And then you can go, oh, wow, okay, so this is going to be 12.99 when I get done, but it's a full unlimited, just use it however you want. Just dump all your stuff in it. And yeah, every single one of them is going to have an app that ties to whatever device you want, or you can just access it through the web. And they are highly rated for making sure your data is secure. They're pretty much the top one. And Dropbox is up there too. Dropbox is very popular. It is just for having storage, and to me is high priced for just for storage. Theirs starts at 3 TB and it's 16 bucks, 5 TB. And then, but here you can add more users. So you can actually have you, your spouse, somebody else, that kind of thing. And of course, they have a special little backup tool with theirs. So again, a lot of people will just say, well, I have it on my computer and it's going to Proton, so I'm good. Unless a virus hits your computer, starts to change that information on your computer, and then pushes that out to your Proton drive. So then you would need to look and say, okay, did they do backups for me? Basically, Dropbox is like, yeah, we're going to do backups for you, and you'll have backups that are working that way for you. Of course, Google Cloud, they give you a bunch of free stuff. What was the next one I was looking for? I'm not finding it here. Lots of advertisements in here. There's Proton again. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a minute. so I can find what I'm looking for. All right, this is one of them, sync.com, that I wanted to show you. And it is showing us some pricing, but here's all the pricing. So a terabyte, $6 a month. And advanced sharing, which is going to mean that you can set different security privileges on each one of those, and you save a bunch of money. So sync.com is another one of those that's trusted pretty well. And there was one other I wanted to show you, if I could find it. Wasabi. No, that's not it. Sorry, you don't need to be watching me just scroll through stuff. So I will pause it and find it. I know, well, I'll find it first. All right, this is the last one I wanted to show you, which is Mega. It's another one of them that promotes a lot of online privacy and secure encrypted sources, and its pricing here, let's just take a look, is pretty good. I think it's the best as far as how much storage you get. So it's going to be $9.76 per month, and our asterisk estimated price in your local currency. So it might be different, but that's not a promotional price. So if you pay for that up front, that's what it is for 3 terabytes of storage with 36 terabytes of transfer. And a lot of them, again, like Proton and them, have a VPN that they give you that as part of it, and they also have a password storage to give you that. And then each one of them's got something different. Like if you got chat meetings you want to set up, then Mega's got that, or Proton may not, that kind of thing. And then those two, Proton and Mega, and Dropbox, will have a way to back up your stuff so you can tell it, back this up, not just have those files copied up here for me, but also create a separate backup for my computer, my phone, or whatever else. Although, again, I would suggest that if you're using Android, you set up that backup. If you're using iOS, then you set up that backup and you let them take care of that. You'll definitely have enough space for that for free. So that's just some online storage. And there is other stuff, like you can not use Gmail, not use Microsoft. There's actually other products from other services that will let you use their writer that's online or whatever. But I'll leave you to that exploration. Thanks very much for watching. And if you have any questions, please ask.